Hi there, David from Bella Barista here. This week we decided to do a video on how to use your machine and grinder once you receive it in your home and you get it all set up in the kitchen. Obviously you would have taken the machine out of the box. The machine would have already been tested for you, so it would have already had water through. So literally all you have to do is fill up the reservoir, which is normally situated towards the rear of the machine, and you put the water in at the top. So you put the water in, switch it on, and that's pretty much it to start with. Any E61 machine will probably take about half an hour to warm up because this is solid brass, so it will take a little while to warm up. So just give yourself half an hour before you want coffee. A lot of people use the smart plugs that you can get that are controlled by an app, so that's a really efficient way of switching your machine on if you don't want to get up that half an hour early on a cold winter's morning. So you've got your machine, you've got your grinder. Again, the grinder, plug in, switch on, it's ready to go. We're going to do a separate video on how to season the burrs on the grinder. I will cover that very shortly. It's something that you need to do, and something, because the burrs come out of the manufacturers just a little bit too sharp, you have to bed them in. So it just means basically putting lots and lots of coffee through it. Normally with the specialities they're 55mm burrs. That'll probably be a couple of kilograms, so it will get better over time. What we do is give you some coffee to put through so that you're not wasting good beans, but we'll do that in a separate video. So you've got your machine going, you've got your grinder set up. What do you then do? What I'm going to do, I've had a few people call me and they don't know what things are called. So what I'll do is just go through a few things. That's your basket. So when I talk about putting 18 grams in the basket, that's the basket, and that's the portafilter. So the basket goes in the portafilter, like so. Everything's ready to go there. This is the E61 group head. So when I speak to people about E61 group heads, it's this, and it's the best way of extracting an espresso on a domestic machine at this sort of price range. You can get very expensive machines at home which haven't got that. They've got saturated brew heads, but that's a separate thing. So just concentrate, good E61 group head. And when you've switched the machine on, always make sure the portafilter is in place as well, because you want everything heating up together. You don't want the coffee to hit anything cold, which is why you keep cups on top. Normally you keep cups on top as well, because that's them getting warm as well, so that everything's heating up nicely together. Okay, so once you've seasoned the burrs on your grinder, you can dial your grinder into the machine. Again, I'll probably cover that on a separate video, because that's really something that is quite specialised, so we'll look at that on a separate video. But what you're looking to do is put 18 grams of coffee in the basket, put it in, lift up this lever, run it for anywhere between 25 and 30 seconds. I like to say 28 seconds because I'm a little bit OCD about that. But anywhere between 25 and 30 seconds, and obviously you can alter that timing to match your taste buds, because you can get different flavours from different extractions. But again, we'll cover that in a separate video. So let's see what we can do with this. I've already started dialing this grinder in, so we should be pretty much there. Let's say that's 18 grams. Let me give it a good tap. There we go. Let me grab my shot glasses. And we're looking to produce 60 millilitres of coffee, which is a double shot, around the double shot, 60 millilitres, in 28 seconds, and it's with an 18 gram dose. So let's see where we go. You want to start seeing coffee come through anywhere between 4 and 8 seconds. So that's a good start. A nice steady flow. People have a different opinion of how to dial in the grinders to the machine. I use this method, but there are other methods available. As you can see, this is going quite quick. We've only got up to, let's say, 21 seconds, and that's too much. So now I bring the grinding even finer by moving this dial here, the adjustment wheel, clockwise, so you bring the burrs together. Once you've dialed that in, you can start making really nice quality coffees. And obviously you've got the steamer there on hand. This is the steam wand. you've got that on hand to produce the milk for flat white, etc. So what I'm going to do now is just dial the grinder in a little bit better, and I'll come back to you in one moment. Hi folks, right, I'm back. Now hopefully I would have dialed this in a little bit better than last time, so let's see. So I'm guessing my 18 gram dose. Just spread that coffee around so you get a nice even extraction. Give it a good tamp. You can just wiggle the tamper around at the top there, or you can get a specialist tool, the motor leveling tool. It's really good for evening out your grind. One big push. Get that in the E61 group head. We're looking for a 60 ml extraction over 28 seconds. So let's get this going. So that's a good start. On the Mara it's got just one gauge, but this gauge shows you the pump pressure and also the group head pressure. So at the moment we're at about 9 bar. As you can see, my tamping has left a little bit to be desired, but let's stop it there. Okay, so that is pretty much bang on, at least with this side. So I need to improve my tamping basically, but that is a very, very good quality espresso. So you've got the machine dialed in, then you need to look at obviously steaming the milk if you want a milk-based drink. But you're already at the level where you're getting very, very good quality espressos. You've got decent beans in the grinder, hopefully some roastery beans, which we roast on site. And already you're producing better quality espressos than the high street chains. And I can say that with some confidence.